Hi Scorpio, welcome to your new love reading for September 2019. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life or, and when I say that, other areas of your life, it could be new friendship, new connection with a family member. It could be somebody you're already involved with and there's a new development. So this is all about new opportunities for growth and love and positivity in your life if it's not a romantic reading. However, I'm reading it as such. So while it may resonate in other areas, I'm going to read it as a romantic reading. Everything else you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, including the link to the Recommend a Reader shout out, which is Awakening 101. Love and support to her. Check her out. Show her some love and support as well if you like what she has to say. All right, Scorpio. New love, September 2019 for Scorpio. What do we got? New love for Scorpio. The Devil. All right, that could be Capricorn. The Hangman. Temperance. Wow, 3 major arcana, just saying. Page of Cups. 6 of Cups. 10 of Swords. All right. What else for Scorpio? Knight of Swords. All right, so you could be dealing with an Aquarius, also a Gemini or a Libra, but I read those as Aquarius, Knight of Swords. And Pisces, Cancerian, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. So it doesn't have to be, but it could be any one of those people or with that strong, featuring prominently in their chart. All right, so, oopsie, I forgot this one here. All right, so let's look at this Hangman here. It feels like there's this flurry of activity. This is going to be somebody that might be doing something independently or kind of going rogue, going against the status quo. Could do something very unexpectedly. It could be this person is just coming in hot, expressing interest like immediately when perhaps it's not, just like something out of the blue, like it wasn't expected. Or you just weren't expecting them to say all that they said or how they said it. You weren't expecting the situation to transpire the way it did. You weren't expecting to hear certain things from them or hear from them at all. Could be somebody got in touch with you online. Okay, so this is Hangman. 3. Is this somebody at work? Maybe, maybe not. All right, so we've got 3 of Pentacles, Hangman. What's this Temperance about for Scorpio? This Temperance. King of Swords. Interesting. That could be, I was going to say Sagittarius. That could be Gemini. What's this Page of Cups about? This Page of Cups. Ace of Wands. What's this 6 of Cups? Somebody needs to figure out what the heck they want, don't they? Yeah. This is not somebody new to you. We've been here before, Scorpio. But in the interest of new developments, if not new love, what is it? So 6 of Cups. 10 of Wands. This is 10 of Swords about. 5 of Pentacles. Okay. What's this Knight of Swords about? This is someone that needs to decide what they want. If this is either a friend or you know this person. You know this person. So this is either a friend, a longtime friend, or this is someone that you've known in a romantic capacity and you've been going back and forth for some time here. So this person needs to decide what they want. We've got we've got 2 things of waiting here. This, for the Scorpios, what is going on over there? Oh, We got some activity on the floor here, little critters coming in and visiting. Okay, so this is someone that needs to decide what they want, and they need to take action towards what they want. They need to figure out what they want and then do that. They need to do the thing that is connected to what they want. They need to be very clear about it. They need to be, what they need to be and what they're going to be like are two different things, isn't it? And yeah. This shows you waiting at best. This shows you keeping to yourself right now. This could be a transitional time of you kind of healing and realizing, okay, this is the reality of the situation. What am I going to do about it? This could be somebody that you met at work, but I don't think it's about that. I think this is about you being kind of doing your own thing while you're giving somebody space. But I also think that this is someone that is not benefiting from that time or space that you're giving. I feel like it's someone kind of repeating old patterns. And I think you're starting to question your devotion to them. I think you're starting to think that maybe this isn't worth the connection, or it's not worth it after all. Or do I want to keep continuing doing this, going down this road with this connection? You're pretty self-sufficient. Anyway, this is you being very independent anyway. I don't think this situation is news to you. I think this is about someone making decisive, taking the initiative and going after what they want, honestly. And conversely, this is also someone looking at you, realizing that, you know what, I wish there was some way we could work this out, but they feel like they can't. So that's a whole new level, because this is where the interest is mutual, but you two can't. What is going on here? We get the Hangman and the Temperance. You two cannot be together. Why? Because somebody isn't making a decision about going after what they really want, which is it you, and that they're not making a move towards it? Why? Is there distance involved? Is it that this is a situation that has got some kind of something hold on you, because there's just something about this person that is keeping you two tied? I mean, we got the Devil here. There's just something that you perceive this person to be able to give you that you don't see the potential with anybody else, or that you don't see that it's possible with anybody else. And instead of you being able to thrive with this person, it's starting to be quite the burden. Instead of it being potential and creative and abundant, this is something that actually is not doing you any favors, your devotion or your connection to this situation, because this is someone that doesn't feel like they can have you. So if there's interest in you and you're interested in them, but they can't get to you, why? Is it distance? Is it devotion to other people? Is it work? What's this Knight of Swords about? Either way, that's what you're thinking about. You're starting to question your commitment or your devotion to it. It's not like you need this person. You just kind of want them. It's that. It's not that there's a need, but you're kind of left alone. So there might be this wishful thinking and this devotion to this situation, but you're kind of in it all alone, because you're not getting really anything out of the connection. There might be great sex, but there's no stability to it. Nothing is constant or consistent. You're very largely left unto yourself. This is someone that might be looking at you, wanting things to go to the next level, but they feel like there's nothing they can do about it. And conversely, there's nothing you can do about it either. Between you, me, and a fence post, and everybody else watching this, cross watchers, everything, this Scorpio is someone that has to make a decision to move towards you. There is nothing that you can do about this situation. And if I may be so bold, there is nothing you should do about this situation. This is somebody that needs to make decisions about their own life and what they want. But you are still showing up in their life. This is supposed to be your reading, but it's about the other person, and you feature prominently, and yet they're not moving towards you. What the heck? They want to. They might be saying all the right things. They might do little things here and there that are immediate and show interest and show desire, but it's not constant. It's not consistent. It's not reliable. It's not with connection with you in mind. What the hell's going on? It's static. It's not. So we've got these spurts of interest and activity, and yet then we go back to this waiting period. I'm getting a little tired of that. If I'm at first you have sympathy. It's like, oh, somebody's really trying to work through something and transition. Okay. But then is it like they're just playing a game, or are they just being cowardly, or they just don't mean what they say? Which is it? You know what I mean? Like, are they not being truthful? Are they being controlling? Push, pull, stop, start. Is it a way to control? They get you hooked and then they withdraw? Classic. Really? That gets boring. All right. So basically, this is, again, if I may say for the 5th time, this is somebody that needs to take charge of their own life, make some decisions. And for you too, Scorpio, could be, that you need to decide what you want, make some decisions, and do what's in your best interest. This is a time for you to think about yourself. This is a time for your person to figure out what they want and what's in their best interest and move towards that. The only way you two are going to be together is if this person makes a decision. Until they do, it's no man's land for you. And it might be that you kind of flip the script or do whatever you want to call it, and you decide that even if this person does move towards you, you're ending things. This isn't for you anymore. Your interest has changed. But until this person disconnects and cuts off and ends their other situation, there isn't really a chance for you two. You're going to be stuck in limbo. It looks like they might do that, but we have been here before. So I feel like this is just like this ongoing saga of someone wanting to be with you but not taking the necessary steps to do so. And when you start to move away from them, when you start to become pretty self-sufficient and independent and start to think about the fairness of the situation, or if this is worth your time and devotion, here they come. It's this Knight of Swords. This Knight of Swords. And the thing, to be fair, there it is, the Lovers. Somebody's torn between two people, Gemini, Taurus, or Libra. I think the reason why this keeps showing up, not all the time, but this is pretty prominent for the group of Scorpios that I'm reading, is because that's what this represents. This is something that just has that hold on you. And that's why this keeps showing up, is because it's got you. And it's not gonna, it's something, this is also something that is not, it feels like it's not, you can't let go of it. It's got to let go of you first before you are able to let go of it. Like, I can't let go of it. It's got to let go of me, and then I'll let go of it. And when I say it, I mean this something, this attraction, this compulsion, this whatever you want to call it, that makes you feel tied to it, that hold on you. Until that lessens, you don't feel like you can let go of this situation. There's something about this connection for you that appears or feels like you won't be able to find that anywhere else. Whether that's true or not, it feels that way. And yet here you are at the crossroads. This also speaks to you still being very devoted and wanting time to... It's almost like, all right, I'm in this for the long haul. I just hope it pans out in the future. It's also about being at the crossroads, but this, in light of this reading, God, see, that's the thing, though. It's here you are, on the one hand, starting to kind of come into your own and be pretty self-sufficient. And it's not that you need to break away or anything. You are already. You are self-sufficient already. But I feel like once this person sees that you're getting too far out there, there's this quick, decisive movement that could be seen as, oh, they really do love me, they really do care, they really are interested, but it's not sustaining. And that makes for me, because enough of this has gone on, it feels like it's just manipulation. It's someone that when you start to get too far out, they jerk you back because they need you in position, but they're still over here doing what they're doing. Crap or get off the pot. Somebody's got to take charge, and if it's not them, it's got to be you. Unless you're okay with the dynamic, unless you understand it, whatever, that's fine. But there's a lot of limbo here and in between, and there's no progression. Maybe you're content waiting because this is so strong and powerful. That is that otherly connection. And you're willing to wait. You're willing to bide your time and hope for the payoff. But until they decisively end whatever situation they're in, there's never going to be a full commitment to you. There's never going to be full devotion. There's never going to be full involvement with you and choice and choosing for you. They might feel that or profess that, but they've got to take action towards that. Otherwise, it's just words, right? You know that. You already know that. It just, I don't know. The thing is, for this connection and what it feels like, there's just no one else that can give you that kind of whatever it is. Stepping back, taking and realizing how much work has been involved, even though it feels like you're largely independent and unto yourself, realizing how much work has gone into this connection and how much kind of work it takes on your end to be available to sustain connection with this. I hope that you're asking yourself, is it worth it? Because from where I'm sitting, there's better or more out there for you. But your focus has been on this person for so long, I think there might be some kind of comfortability, like being comfortable with it, or a preference for it, just because it's literally the devil you know. And you don't want to take a chance on anyone else because you have put so much work into this over time. It asks a lot. This connection is asking a lot of you. And I don't want it to be 10 years later and you're still waiting around, you know? All right. What else for Scorpio? For this new love, not so new apparently. The only thing that is new about this is perhaps a budding awareness on your part about how much work this takes, or do I really want to keep doing this? Well, I guess I'm the kind of negotiation you're doing yourself. And there might be a new spurt of interest or a new spurt of energy, or like an invitation or some kind of out of the blue something that is very, interesting and kind of fun and adventurous and what. But it again could be because they think that you're starting to get too far out there, and then they got to do something to kind of show your interest. This could, for all intents and purposes, this could have been somebody new until we saw the Six of Cups and both of these waiting cards. And it was like, oh, this is someone that there's a cycle going on here with this person. So, yeah. And I don't know why I don't know if there's something in Scorpio's chart as a whole or just the dynamic. I don't know where Saturn or Uranus or whatever the heck. I've not kept up with the placements this year, but this issue has been pervasive, or a pretty strong theme this year, that there's this waiting and holding pattern, and you've been very deliberate or very careful about detaching from this situation. When I say deliberate, I mean you've been deliberating, like there's been this back and forth. And as far as careful about detaching, I really think that there's this fear that you'll regret it. And that's what's keeping you wanting the connection with this person, is that you don't want to have any regrets, or you don't want all of a sudden, the minute you decide to leave, that they become available. That wouldn't be a coincidence, just so you know. The minute you decide to cut off, then they become available. That's not a coincidence. What else for Scorpio? Self. Focusing on yourself and what you want and taking action and steps towards that is not wrong. You don't have to feel guilty. It is high time for you to do that, to be able to focus on. The thing is that you are, for all intents and purposes, you are up and running and independent of this. but there's still very much a connection and a focus on this, and it just feels like it's a lot of work on your part. And I think this is saying that there needs to be a focus on yourself and what you want and what is best for you. Because this will not happen, this connection with this person is not going to come to fruition or happen until they decisively end things. And that doesn't look like it's happening. If they do, it's situational, and they're going to go back to whatever situation they should have ended with so that they could be with you. It's not going to be an ending that sticks. And it can't just be an ending, it's got to be a disconnecting from the situation. So until they do that, until they end it and disconnect, you two are not happening. What else for Scorpio? Now, an answer to all of this, and I'm being sarcastic and smarmy, is you deciding to have done with it and focusing on yourself. And that way you don't need to worry about waiting for the person to end things and to choose you or to finally be consistent or whatever. This is just you deciding for that person, being like, I'm done. That is obviously obvious, right? I mean, I didn't need to say that. But if it's about you wondering where the other person's at and what's going on, until they end things decisively and there's a disconnection from whatever the situation is, not just the words and the action of ending, this person has to disconnect from their situation so that you two can take place or it happen. Until that happens, this is you kind of orbiting. What else for Scorpio? Strength. Could be Leo. This is the counterpart to this. So the strength card is the counterpart to this. So this is having strength, balance, patience, faith, all these things that build and sustain character and consistency and nobility and integrity, all these things that it's kind of like cyclical, like it perpetuates and feeds on each other. That self-reliance, that faith, that kind of blind trust or blind, because you have that faith, because you're walking the walk and talking the talk and you're putting the action behind the thinking or the desire or the talking, you're actually putting action behind it. This counteracts that. The thing about that is that nobody supplies this for you. It's you doing it for yourself. This person's got their eyes closed, and so does the beast within, so to speak. This is blind faith and trust in action. And this counteracts that. If you're looking for something to extract you or to pull you out of this situation, is it going to change? Who's going to do that is you. This is about you focusing on yourself to get you out of this situation. If that is what you want, you're still deciding. But I don't want you thinking that it can't be done and that you have to wait for this person to decide. You don't. If you want to, you can. Just saying. All right. What else for Scorpio? What else for Scorpio? What else for Scorpio? Oh. Okay. Mother trucker. Mother of pearl. All right. So when it's on its side like this, I always turn clockwise. So, okay. So devil reversed, 4 of pentacles. You see where I'm going with this? We just had this right here and then this right here. In order to break the power or to break that connection, in order to get out from under that which is holding you down, it's about self-control. It's about you pulling in your power. It's about you, with every breath and foot and or step you take and thing you grab for, you are thinking about self-preservation, self-control, yourself. What's good for you? What is best for you? Enough. I'm not going to lecture. It's not with any intent of lecturing or saying, you really should know. But if you're struggling, if you're really feeling it, because this is about a toxic connection or feeling trapped, and I don't like that. So if you're feeling like you are, there are options. It just might not feel like there are, but there are. It might take some time to realize that, but you will. This could also be saying you are stronger than you think. Kind of cliche. Doesn't make it not true though. All right. I hope this was helpful. I wish you peace and strength and faith for the month of September. The thing is, if I may, right, just why not? Let's just go right to 30 minutes, right? The thing is, it's not that you're hurting, it's just that you're probably getting a little tired of this. So you're fine. You're self-sufficient. You're up and running. Every other area of your life is firing on all cylinders. It's just this one area where you're just like, it's just kind of getting to the point where you're like, So I just want to say that because it's not like you're on the floor, need to be. It's just, it is taking its toll. It's kind of heavy. So you do have options. All right. I hope to see you in the next reading. I thank you for stopping by. Good luck to you. All right. Take care.